Good day. I'm Trisha O'Connor. Is New York City subway hiring private armed security? Let's talk about it. First, please, everyone, subscribe, like, and share. We have so much more content coming out, and you do not want to miss it. So, I received an ad for armed security officer in the transit stations in Brooklyn, New York. And the question was, is New York City subway hiring private security when we already have MTA police, we already have NYPD? So I found an article, a press release transcript from the MTA, May of 2021, May 17th exactly, where New York City Transit interim president Sarah Feinberg appeared on Fox 5 Good Day New York to talk about the subway system coming back 24/7. She said everything is running all day and all night. In um the interview, she stated that the subway is safe, but it could be safer, and that she needed more police resources. She also mentioned that she would prefer to ride the subway than get in a car with her daughter. Then, Mayor de Blasio, the former mayor of New York City, had given her 500 more police officers and eventually was giving her additional ones. She also stated in her interview, and here is the transcripts of the interview, that said, she announced an additional 80 police officers and also said, I have doubled the number of security contractors I have in the system, right? So, doubled, which means they already had uh, security contractors and now they're just putting more money aside for it. From my understanding, there were security contractors, security officers in the train separate from NYPD and MTA transit officers that were unarmed. And it was an estimate $2.2 million a month were spent on these additional security contractors. Out of the MTA's $17 billion budget, this was the additional officers that were are placed there as per the interim president. And you say to yourself, but why? Why do they need it? Well, she's saying that every day there are people who are being attacked. There is a mental health crisis, and many of the people are coming into the train station. People are not feeling safe. She said, even though there are people who have mental health crisis, it is a mental health crisis and there are issues, there are people who are just blatant criminals and come onto the train to target people. She said there needs to be assistance with the mental health personnel, policing, uniform support in order to make the train safe. And hiring the security, additional security, if they don't feel that they have enough police officers, is what they felt they needed to do, and that's something that they did. $2.2 million a month for this security. But now, this year, it looks like they're armed security. Last year, it didn't seem to be armed security. I also want to point out that I saw, so we have the police, we have the MTA police officers, which I'll bring that up, but we also have the auxiliary police officers. So I saw that they added some of these auxiliary. These are volunteer police officers. Sometimes they go on to the police academy to become police officers, and they were sending some of them into the subway station to assist as well. So I went to the police department's page, and on the police department's page, we have the NYPD transit police officers. So we have transit police officers. There's actually a chief of transit, Wilcox, who's position is responsible for the safety and security of 5.6 million passengers who use the New York subways each day. So the police department, they have police officers there, but there's also a specific transit division bureau that is responsible for the subway station. So it goes back to this question: why do we need private armed security? That is the question. I also want to just show you that Commissioner NYPD Commissioner Sewell, she put out a video explaining what they're doing within the transit system. This is a different administration from De Blasio, so this is through Mayor Eric Adams and putting out what are they doing in order to better the system. So let's listen to that.
New York's subway system is the lifeblood of our city. Every day, millions of people rely on its efficiency and convenience. But none of this happens by accident. It is the direct result of the extraordinary efforts of the women and men of the NYPD. Consider this. In 2022, with an average weekly ridership of more than 3 million people, there are about 6 major crimes reported in the subways per day throughout the entire system. A new normal has been established when we talk about transit crime rates, a rate which is now below pre-pandemic levels. But there is always more work to do. This January, the mayor and I implemented a transit safety plan that put more uniformed officers in the parts of the subway system that need them the most, focusing our resources and making our patrols more efficient. Since then, NYPD officers have been on hundreds of thousands of train runs and platform sweeps. And in the first 9 months of this year, officers have conducted more than 685,000 transit station inspections. That's a 103% increase from 2021. Indications are that this deployment is making a significant impact. Arrests in the transit system have gone up by 50% compared to last year. And we've made double, sometimes triple-digit increases in every arrest category. Overall, the total number of summonses issued is up nearly 50% from a year ago, including a 150% rise in quality of life enforcement. On top of this, our officers have made more than 30,000 contacts with the homeless in our transit system this year, facilitating shelter services for about 7,000 people. New York relies on its transit system like no other city in the country, and riders put their trust in the NYPD. The department will never stop innovating to find effective, focused approaches to keep people safe and make them feel safe too.
So why do we need private armed security? Why was this article, this advertisement needed? So let's look at it. Armed security officer in transit stations, position type full, shift afternoon, evening, morning, and overnight. Work Monday through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I blanked out the name. North America's leading security and facility service company provides a rewarding career that gives you a sense of purpose while working in a dynamic, diverse, and inclusive workplace. They are seeking armed security officers for transit areas in Brooklyn, Manhattan, and Queens. Full-time candidates should be flexible, $50 an hour. You conduct patrols of near turnstiles and Metro card vending machines, safeguard clients' equipment. This sounds like the NYPD transit to me. Position is uniform military style provided by AUS. It's a standing post position. Provide customer service to our clients by carrying out safety and security procedures. Must be 21 years of age for armed roles. So they probably still have the unarmed roles. Must be a prior police officer, correction officer, or court officer. It doesn't say how long. So it could be retired officers. It could be someone who, was a police officer for 6 months. It could be someone from another state, I'm assuming. It's not specific, it just says prior. Possess a high school diploma equivalent. Condition of employment applicants will be subject to background investigation. We'll consider applications with criminal histories in a manner consistent with the applicable laws. As a condition of employment, we'll have drug screen. So, and there will be training, security, safety training, and licensing requirements. A valid driver's license will be required for driving positions also. For only. This is an ad that is out, and um this is an ad that's out, and just wondering, why is this needed? Why is this needed um in order to keep the city safe if we already have people who are keeping the place safe? I just want to show you here that we do that there are transit officers already. There are transit officers. So this is how you become an MTA officer. So this they are recruiting for transit officers when now I have a question. Is this union busting? If there are already NYPD officers and there are specific officers through the MTA, hiring private officers, what does that do with the union? I want to bring up here the benefits that I thought I had included and I didn't include, and I just wanted to show you the benefits of having this uh, position with this private security company. Here, I am showing you the benefits of becoming an MTA officer. So, starting salary $42,000. Upon completing seven years, you increase your pay. They have a great benefits package, tuition reimbursement. How do you apply? You go right to the MTA's website, and you apply. Now, that particular job that is the armed security officer, this one right here, let's compare the two. The perks and benefits: health insurance and 401k plan for full time positions, flexible part time, full time schedules that fit with their personal life goals, ongoing paid training program and career growth opportunities, employee discounts through our perks program to your favorite restaurant, entertainment venues, and much more. Those are the perks for this particular armed security job. Now, here is back to the MTA's police position job, and it gives you a glimpse of what you have to do in order to apply. You do have to take a physical test, a background check. Um, in order to apply, you go to the MTA jobs portal application in order to become a MTA police officer. However, if you do not want to go that route, you could become an armed security officer, part of the transit system. Something that I found interesting is here we have the union. The MTA's PBA union, where their job is to, let's just get it here. Their job is to support the workers of the MTA. And let's see here. The primary purpose of the MTA PBA is to serve as a representative for the welfare of the union members and to be the sole collective bargaining agent for the police officers, detectives, sergeants, and lieutenants of the MTA. The MTA's PBA. So my question is, how is there a position for armed security officers? The interim president for New York City Transit said, so this is not something that wasn't stated. It was stated. Does the public know that these other officers are coming and they're armed? Someone comes into the train and, we spoke about all the added security, more police officers, the auxiliary, the MTA police officers. But now you have this armed security. Last year, they were not armed. This year, they are. They're there. The public may not know that this extra security is there. No one should be, committing any crimes. But if someone comes and tackles someone and, comes at someone for this, for doing something or alleged to be doing something, do people know that this security is there, that that's who these people are, that these aren't just, someone randomly, taking them down, that this is security? The mayor and the commissioner seems to be giving added police officers. So just want to know, do you think this is going to be a good thing? Is New York City subway hiring private security to the public, taking the train? Do you think it's going to be good to the NYPD officers or the MTA officers? Do you think it's fair that New York City subway is getting private armed security? Is this something that you're having conversations with them? Are you aware? What is the procedure? If these armed security officers see someone doing a crime, are they linked to NYPD? So does NYPD officer come right away? Do they have a special phone number? Do they have to make the 911 call as well? Are they arresting people? Are they taking them to the precinct? Are they handcuffing people? What are they saying to people? Is it just to stop immediate crime? Well, we looked at the description. Let's look at the description again. And they talk about what their responsibilities are: respond to incidents and critical situations in a calm, problem-solving manner, conduct patrols of near turnstiles and MetroCard vending machines. They were reporting that people were damaging the MetroCard machines, and I said, now you can use your credit card and get into the train, but people were breaking into the vending machines, taking the cards, doing some type of scam. They were reporting safeguarding clients' equipment. They will also conduct regular and random patrols around the businesses, respond to incidents. We read that. Provide customer service. So not only are they armed officers, and they're not just standing there, they're actually helping the customers. So you also have the NYPD, you also have the MTA police officers there. I don't know if the auxiliary are still there. Let me know your thoughts on armed security, private armed security coming to New York City subway stations, in addition to NYPD Transit and MTA officers. Please, everyone, subscribe, like, and share. Until next time, peace.